Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Factorio! And this is the first episode after we finally got all the 4-way confusion resolved over here. And I made these tracks also a little bit straighter here. So, assuming that loading works about the same as unloading, it should mean that each one of these setups can basically pull from one fully saturated red input. So, it's pretty good for the 2x2. I can see why people make a 4 car train as well, but the 2-car will be okay for now. Later on, if we decide to like go for like the super crazy green circuit achievement where we need like 1,000,000 billion green circuits made, and therefore we need 1,000,000 billion copper and iron, we might go and start picking up some of that stuff with 4x4s, or 4-car trains, I suppose I should say. And we'll deal with that then. Some time has passed since the last episode. Mostly I just sat around, I was derping around with the tracks, and I was using the sort of remote map sort of feature to go and extend our radar coverage and put down some laser turrets and things like that. My bots have gone and completed some of these areas as well, apparently, even though we're not using them yet. We will be go ahead and do that soon, but we need to get our copper industry really rocking and rolling. I'm intentionally leaving the car behind. I did find out there's a mod that lets you... that improves the car a little bit because it helps it snap to like 16 like different directions, and that'll probably make life a lot better going forward. Anywho, for now, this is our copper smelting operation, which once we get actual more copper going in, we're going to be able to expand, and we'll do that momentarily. But this area is all donezo, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of these yellow bits over here. We can probably get rid of all these little wooden poles there as well. And I guess we'll trim that back to something like that too. So nice to be doing this with bots. And what we need is we need a station to deliver onto us copper. Now again, we don't have as much room here as we might want to really truly develop a crazy amount of copper smelting, but that's okay. It's going to be a fair bit, especially since we are using red tracks. We can support the steel ones, like the steel furnaces, and that's going to go pretty well. So we want you right there. And there we go. My local bots weren't doing it. Put you there so you get power. Excellent. Continue the grid. So I'm probably going to run the copper up from the bottom here. It's a little hard to say because the smelting's there. I mean, we got some tracks over here. We got a bit of a dual track here, but we don't really have more room. It starts to feel a little bit cluttered. So yeah, I think I'm just going to run some tracks like right up here. Oh, one thing I still haven't resolved is this little 4-way intersection I made. I left, there's 2 extra little lines in there that don't need to be there. They're not going to hurt, but they don't need to be there. And so I should justify things as is. I was just thinking that that's kind of relevant because probably the best thing to do, assuming that these little water pipes don't hurt, probably the best thing to do here is, in fact, to turn this into a 4-way. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's the blueprint there. But if I right-click on this, and then right-click on this, because this track goes west, and this track is going south. So this line here never needs to exist, because you're never going to be going, say, north on here to west, and you're never going east on here and want to go south. And then there was another one as well, because here you're going east, and then, yeah, you're never going to go down this way, because if you're going east and you're going south, you're going to turn here. You're not going to turn there. So I think those were the 2 that could be removed. Anyway, if I go and do this and shift click, it's going to complain about, I think, some of these signals being in the way. Let me get rid of these. I'm going to have to figure out probably at some point a signal solution for the extra lines. Okay, that should still be functional for now. And yeah, that little water pipe is in the way. I'm just going to go and get rid of it for now, and we'll go and make sure to skirt around this properly in a second. So if I put you here, we've got no redness. Shift click, get my bots to go out. Okay, and then we'll see if we can reconnect the water. I don't think we're going to be able to do it directly. I think what we're going to have to do is just offset over here. Oh, I guess we'll have to stop in the middle. Okay, so that means you can go right there. And run you this way. And like that. I think we could have gone a little further there, but that's okay. All right, so we get that back in here. And again, I think if I actually want this to have all of the chain signals in between to have maximum throughput back through here, I think this actually has to be bigger to fit in, because it would not surprise me. You see, some of these little sections don't have room for a signal, so that would be a thing. But this should work. It's just not going to allow maximum throughput. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift right click on that to clear that blueprint. I'm going to grab a bunch of these double tracks here, like that, rotate, and shift click. Shift. This will automatically get rid of trees and everything, which is nice. We are just out of range of the regular beacons construction bots here, so it'll have to be with my bots, although what I'll probably do is drop another beacon down. Let's do that now. Keep up the logistics. We want it right there, which requires that tree to be chopped down, and then I'll manually place this down in the right location and run some power. Actually going to connect that way just to be different. Although, you know what? I'll probably still want a connection going up here as well, because I can see us demolishing this later on. In fact, there's a number of these that are no longer producing. Now, some of them are only producing because it's full, but not all of them. There we go. So you can get a few more of those in there. You're within construction range, so that's going to be swell. So at some point, some bots will come and produce and create this. All right. Well, clearly we're going to have to go around this little area here. So let me skirt back a little bit. And just say something like, do I have to grab this first? There it is. Let's go. Where's our smelting? It's right up there, right? Yeah. Let's do that. And we're going to want this, although the path for this might be slightly awkward because of this thing. I'm not too worried if they don't match perfectly. You know what? It looks kind of neat to have them go off in slightly different angles over here. I'm not bothered. Okay, so that's good. And bots will go and create those at some point, either my own or the ones from the larger system. Apparently, that is actually the wrong width over here. Is it really? I mean, it clearly is, but we are going to have to design a slightly different station because it's not long enough, but let me put it there as a guide. We'll just extend it over that way. That's going to be okay. And just get this side connected to right over there. Okay. So that'll still get done. And what I'm going to do is cancel the construction there, end of that station. Because what I want to do is extend this. I mean, that's way more than it needs to, but what the hell, right? And then you can come around that way. And let me go and make sure we've got some of the track down immediately. So that way I can put down, I don't know if you can put down the stop on the ghost image or not. So I'm just going to put this basically as far over this way as possible. I will go and put a stop, an actual rail signal immediately afterwards so that we can signal to the next thing to come in. And then, yeah, I can't actually put little waiting things. So we'll have to wait for more of that to get built. But that's okay. So this is going to be copper ore drop-off. Like that. And what I can do is tell this train here, you are doing the copper ore pickup until you're full. Then you're going to go to copper ore drop-off until you're empty. I'm going to put you on automatic, but you won't be able to do that right now because you can't reach this because the track's not made yet. But it's being made by bots, and that's going to be all right. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, I've got plenty of wooden chests. So is my auto trash set? Here, auto trash. Get rid of all of these over here. But right now, yeah, all of our logistics and construction bots are busy. Oh, I can build a ton of stuff. There we go. Let's get a bunch of these bots made. Oh, then we're out of green circuits. Okay, just the logistics is fine then for now. It's obviously not going to speed up the construction, but it'll help to remove from my inventory all this stuff that's adding up. Do I have, actually, that would be really handy. A little storage chest right here, because, slightly annoying. Pick up the storage chest. There we go. Because the logistic bots are trying to dump stuff, and they're having to go, like, on the other side of the world for it. Drop all the logistics bots in here. There we go. Actually, why didn't you use this storage chest? It's kind of odd. I don't know, but it's fine. Anywho, so let's go ahead and... I don't remember. Did I have... a blueprint kicking around for removing stuff? No. I should really set one up. Also, I ended up with all these extra, like, blueprint books in my inventory. Clearly, like, clicking things in an odd way. Let's just make a new blueprint. Well, we have to actually, you know, make the thing, make the stop. So the idea is, okay, we've got plenty of stack inserters, which is great. We're going to unload as fast as we can from both cars, both sides. And I'm okay with putting this just into wooden chests. Because, I mean, the chest storage itself shouldn't make or break us either way. We do know that we can do this faster with stack inserters on both sides, but right now our equipment is a little bit shy until we can get our production made properly. The next thing I'm going to do after we finish this, by the way, is we are going to probably strip away most of the production areas on the bus and reset them up in some sort of fashion to make them more... just for better production and easier to grab some stuff. We're also going to make sure there's a lot of like provider chests and things everywhere, and that anyway everything that we want is being built. That's not the way to do it. Boom, like that. So you're going to come in here, which is going to be great. We're going to get a big pole there, but we need medium poles. Yeah, it doesn't reach both sides anyway, so we're going to go there, there, there. I got to be careful. At some point, if the track gets finished by my bots, there's all of a sudden going to be a train over here getting ready to rip my face off. But so far, so good. And yeah, I think everything's covered by the construction zones. Yeah, and it is. So this will slowly, because my bot movement speed is still not fantastic, but we'll slowly get there. I will also go and shift click, ghost image that way. So that'll get built down to there. Where's my radar coverage end? Oh, we got quite good range on that. Okay, good. So I don't have to put down a radar. So yeah, again, this will slowly get built by my bots. If I do have rail inventory on me, so I might want to go and just wander around here for my own personal construction bots to do it, so things don't have to travel quite as far to get the work done. Okay, but meanwhile, I can keep working on stuff over here. So what we're going to do is these dump on the right-hand side facing up. So if we do that, that's going to be okay. Now, should I lane balance these or whatever, so that they're both balanced on both sides? I can see a situation where it might not use both sides properly. Like, but barely, because mostly all this should unload at the same rate. And it's going to go into a balancer over here, so it's probably fine. I don't know. Let's get you to go underground. Rather than have these. Actually, I guess I didn't need to go quite that far. Although, I could use more distance here and save some parts, but whatever. I don't want to, like, calculate out the spaces to make sure they're balanced on both sides. And obviously, we'd have to do that, otherwise... oh, it'd be berserk if we were, like, had an uneven amount of space on both sides. I would not like that, and I know you guys would not as well. So on this side, the right-hand drop is inverted, so... hold on, am I doing that right? Oh, no, I did it wrong here. Oh, no, because you drop on the right-hand side, which means we actually want to drop from here. That puts 3 on the right and then 3 on the left. There we go, like that. So likewise here, you're going to go there, you're going to go there, remove that, and do that. There we go. That'll balance both sides properly. So let's say, when we designed this, I was working on the bottom, and it was over here. Yeah, and that is... correct. So it's not mirrored symmetrical, but it's rotationally symmetrical, which is what we're looking for. I'll give just a tiny bit of space over here, and then turn that way. Come over here to... that looks okay. Bam. Bam. And we can go straight up from here. We might want to feed directly into these things, which I got to change the balancer there, because that was my really, like, not going to do anything at all. That one double there is completely 100% useless. Again, there was a lot of confusion when I was running this game on Twitch before, and it led us to be in this sort of funky situation in result to 4x4 balancers. Bam. Like that. And like that. Okay. I know I could, like, wiggle left and right here to, like, try to build all 4 lanes more quickly, but that inevitably leads to horribleness. Again, here I will use one underground here. I suppose I could have moved that pole, but meh. Oops. And I know we're mixing and matching red and yellow, but I mean, it's not like the reds are hurting things. We're using more material than we probably have to, because you really don't need coal much. What am I doing here? You still go there, and then you're going to pick up that way. And then from here, you're going to go to there, and you're going to go to here. There we go. Boom. Boom. Oh, you stupid... wait, hold on. Oh. There we go. Ah, why can't I remove this without killing that tree? I mean, not that I mind killing trees, but it's sort of annoying. All right, so that's all flowing into there. That's going to balance, and then that's going to go through things. I'm probably going to rebuild this, actually, because right now, this is not needed. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. Because what's happening is a full dual-sided lane is coming in here, but only feeding one side. A single fully saturated lane can feed both sides of this assembly. So let's go ahead and, you know what, just purge all this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to break this first, just in case it, like, unbuilds things in sort of a funky order. And we end up with, like, coal on both sides of things at some point. Drop things onto me. Okay, so you're doing that, you're doing that. I'm going to run around the rail here, because what I would like to do is get my personal bots to finish this, since the construction bots and the logistics bots are still 100% busy. I built some extra construction bots, did I not? Well, they're not in my inventory, so, like, I don't know exactly how many bots are following me versus my inventory, so let's let this finish up. I want to focus on the lane coming in here. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, tell me that's not screwed up. We still have, like, crazy construction jobs everywhere, so that's part of the reason that the construction bots are so busy. I wonder if I should build myself some more ammo. I'm a little concerned here. We have, oh yeah, we've got plenty of things. Why don't I go ahead and over here, if I can beat my bots to it at some point. Click. There we go. There's no reason I can't manually build this part, because it's obviously quite simple and straightforward. Having done that, I think that train can start moving. Not yet. Really? Because it's obviously not going to rely on this part. There might be something still missing on the input side. Oh, right there. Is that it? Yes. Okay. It's on its way to the copper drop-off. Lovely. It's not going to be able to leave yet, but soon it will. These are curves, so I'm definitely going to want to let my bots do it, because otherwise I will just screw things up. Well, yeah, they do decide to build in kind of a funny order. You, go and finish this. Some of my poor bots are out of power and moving really, really, really slowly. Oh, there must be a construction bot already queued to go and take care of this, which my personal bots aren't doing it. Hockey dokie. You're coming in here. You're going to unload very, very quickly. So yeah, because we're only using blues to unload, we don't get 100% saturation over here. But that's okay. We'll replace those with stack inserters later on and be perfectly pleased with that. All right. Dump all the copper in there. Go and do that. There we go. Just in case it comes up. We could put a requester chest there later on, just as a way to dump some of this trash that I keep getting rid of. All right, so you are... Okay, things are delivering rail onto me, which is fine. I guess I will assist in tearing this stuff apart. Because y'all are kind of slow. I like later on when you get your automated bot production and you get like 1,000 of each type of bot and everything is cool. Okay, so go. All right, I just want to be able to finish on one side. Now, these things, the one going to the south, they're feeding into various things. So that's still okay. But up over here, this was always intended to feed into our coal production area. And let's make this red the whole way. All right. Now, what we can do here, if we've got one input, is we could... Okay, if we go, underground to here, I'm going to be inverting my directions from what was already on the thing. I'm going to have to pick up all this shit. All right, slightly annoying. Inventory full of coal. That's okay, we can dump the coal out directly into the machines. And that's going to be okay. Also, here, this isn't wrong, but uses an extra thing here that doesn't need to exist. There we go. I normally wouldn't put the gap, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to have to revisit all my frickin' balancers to check the situation here. All right. Ate all those. Good. And yeah, this can be yellow at first. Although, just for whatever, I'm going to go ahead and red it all up. Although, yeah, the first few can be yellow because there's not that much on the track. So if we do something like that, at that point what we can do is, say, split like this, turn you this way, and feed you into, say, another splitter here. And then for the coal ore, if we do something like this, we can then do that and that. And we only need one of these to come in here, because that will fully saturate both sides, because we're going from two sides to one side on two. So if we do this, I think that's pretty okay. Now, I don't know. I know you need way less coal than you need everything else. So it's okay to split this coal and go and do another one. The question I don't know is how many of these assemblies can we feed on this one constantly dividing line of coal? And I mean, I'm sure I could check the math on... We won't say it here, I mean, but there's math you can find online for the production rates of these things. But for now, I mean, we'll go until we find that we're in a starvation case, I guess. So I will just repeat this again. So we're going to split, split, split. You're going to come in here. You're going to come in this way. Although, again, yeah, I've got to pick up all of this first, because we're doing things backwards from the way we were doing it before. Don't auto trash coal. Transfer back to my side. There we go. Save our bots a bunch of work from doing that. Okay, so you're okay, and then I've got to do this thing as well. Shroom. Boop. And again, we can have the first bit of this middle be yellow, but it's visually annoying me now, so we're going to do that. So you got that, and you're going to have you going this way, and then the second line of coal, or copper, we might want to leave a bit of a gap as we go along. That's going to be fine. So let's go. We are already starting to enter the point where we need a fair amount of copper, especially since the output from this flows right into some train stations. What? What did I do here? Misclicked at some point. This flows like left into our bus and right into some trade station, which feeds into our big circuit making area. So at the very least, we're going to expand to all 4. And we are also... I don't think I've got automated steel furnace production, but I'm clearly going to want to do something like that. I'll put down maybe the stone... well, actually, what I'm just going to do is copy this blueprint, which means you're in the way. Can I just copy this whole thing here? I guess even one lower. If we start from, say, here, and end there, smelter dash steel furnace, click, create blueprint, and a gap of 1. I don't know if the gap even strictly matters, but what the heck. And if I were to shift click and shift click, there we go. And my blueprint library, I've got a smelting set up here. That's with the stone furnaces, but if I go and take, oh, there's my little thingy. If I go and take this one, there we go. Dump it in there for the future. Oops. There we go. And then I've got to put back my beacons. Oh, I won't have room to put a beacon in the middle if I do this. Beacons are what, 3 wide? Let me go and drop. I want to connect it up there just to say. Put one here. And one here. There we go. So, clean this mess up. Then, where's my blueprint? Here. So, if we line things up that way and that way. There we go. Shift click. And I'll just leave another 1 gapper here. That's going to be fine. Like that. Alright, I think I'm fine with this. So we don't actually have the steel furnaces right now, but that's okay. And we are waiting for more ore to come in. Like that, like that. And so here, you're going to... I guess I could have left some more of the blueprint in here, but that's fine. You'll go up to there. Oh, this one does. Oh, yeah, okay. And... oh, because it's a longer gap, but we actually have just enough room to make that work. And that'll work, and that'll work, and you're going to come in here, and that's going to be fine. And I guess what I will do now is just extend you. And I'm thinking I should stop 1 shy, just in case... yeah, just in case these get put in, like, without the divider on the other side here. If I do this, then I know nothing weird will happen where it's not going to feed in the copper ore inappropriately on both sides of a lane. But there you go. We can get you to come in over here. And I'm going to put a big... there, just like that. Get some more interconnections going on. That's going to be fine and groovy. So, we are missing... now's the time. Now that we've got some of this started up, let's take a look real quick at our... ooh, you cannot make it to the pickup. So there's still something missing here. Let's do a quick little rundown here and see what is missing. Here, let me get on the train, actually. Boop. And, whoa, it got dark all of a sudden. Manual mode. Let's find the missing bit, because we need to get copper right there. And I'm willing to bet that is the last of it. If I go and put you back on automatic. Excellent. All right, go bring on to me much copper ore. I can see myself cloning that train as well. Which, actually, just to make sure we can have these in here, it's probably a good idea, actually, for me to find any place where I've got, like, really long single lines to go and put in stops semi-regularly to give room for multiple trains to be using this, as opposed to treating the entire segment as one huge block, and therefore trains waiting inappropriately long in weird areas. I don't need an infinite amount of these, but a few to break these up into smaller subsegments. There we go. So we'll get our next delivery in here. Coal or copper is going to start flowing again. So the next step, now that this is going, which should be okay, I think. Let's make sure that all the outputs are connected, especially for the stuff that's not done yet. Oh, see, here's another example of a balancer that is not correct. The balancer with the 2-bit over here is the same as my balancer that I came up with, which means it does sort of balance but doesn't offer full throughput in all situations. But the second bit is completely useless because it's redundant with that one. So anyway, y'all, actually let me work backwards here. Oops, that's got to go that way. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go underground there. Or we'll actually just there. We'll move you there. There. Okay, so that'll get done at some point. Again, all my construction and logistic bots are fully being used. Let me go and make a bunch of construction bots. And I'm going to move away from the construction area so I can actually confirm how many I've got on my person. Because I want to leave 10 behind there. Oh, I got some extra logistic bots as well, which I can dump into the system immediately. Because we don't need those. Are those my construction bots? Am I seriously still in range? That feels a little hard to believe, but I guess maybe. I don't know, maybe they're the system ones and mine are just being slow. Anyway, let me dump these in here because I'm still building some, so that's going to be okay. So we'll get these construction bots to go out, and they'll start working on that. But, yeah, the next thing I want to do is I want to come way back over here. Thank you for delivering unto me many goods. I appreciate that. Cheers. Go logistic bots. So, I do have to remake the science area at some point. And actually, let's figure out, we need lots of space to get this done, but we can save on a lot of these like extended routes that are kind of crazy. If I were to go, this is actually in the way of my buses to keep going forward, I just realized. I can move this train station over a little bit and avoid that, or maybe with certain careful use of undergrounds, we might be able to skip it. Right, I had these sort of like dots planned, but I think I could move that. Hold on. If I make a dot, I don't know. I guess I just moved the map. Okay. I don't care about this stone. We could set up. We'll probably want to grab some of this coal. And we might still use both sides of this, but I want to like set up the core of it like past where we've got all 6 of our lines. So it's kind of like here is when I want to set up my core production. And I've got some things being produced here for the science, but I kind of want to rip all that out and rebuild it. I can do a little temporary thing. One of the things we need making automatically is the steel furnaces, which we could do if we got blocks. We got stone coming up here. I don't think you bust the stone. I mean, we could have like one line maybe. We'd have like some extra miscellaneous to the right of the plastic. And actually, we might not need all 4 for the plastic. We have a miscellaneous here with a stone thing just in case we want to automate something like actual just rock, and then another one that's stone block next to it. That's okay. What is this? That's probably part of the failed sort of upgrade process, or I just never filled in that bit. I mean, doesn't really make a difference, but we're starting to get a trickle of green in here again. And we'll get a bigger boost as we get some of this stuff actually produced by train and delivered back into our system. We're still good on reds. I got plenty on my person as well. My construction bots got done, so if I right-click on this and then... Oh, it puts it down. That's not what I meant to do. And just dump them... Oh, I was near a station there. Just dump those in there. If I right-click, because I want to save myself 10... There we go. Put those in there, and the construction bots goes up. Logistics bots are catching up, which is good. I don't know where these guys are going. Oh, they might be deconstructing. Oh, yeah, they're deconstructing what was left of some of my test stuff. It's probably taking forever, because there's a ridiculous amount of plates in all these things. Yeah. I think they're slowly having to pick up, like, a bunch of shit. Oh, I should just go and manually disband that. I know some people make like these blueprints, like they've got this one giant area that like has all the things in it. Like it produces literally everything you need. Maybe not necessarily fast, but yeah, like everything you need gets produced, and it's kind of nuts. I think I'm just going to use my own personal building queue to get some stuff going that might be handy. And yeah, I don't know if I want to like commit to something like that, but what I could, I would need, what do I need for like, I need stone bricks for the electric furnaces. Because I was going to say, I could just set up a couple electric furnaces here to smelt the stone down. But we do, hold on, over here, we have stone over here too, right? Don't we? No, but I could feed it over here and produce that. All right. I mean, it's a little wonky, just like most things I do, but it's not like it doesn't work. Spaghetti. Spaghetti, all the things. There's actually some stone in that box. I could use like a filter inserter or something, pull it out. There we go. Something like that. That's going to be okay. I will just use stone furnaces for now, which I don't have on me. Oh, there they are. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's going to be fine. And you are going to be using some reds to grab from the far side. And yellows, because I don't think your production rate is going to be that high, especially not in a stone furnace. You're going to do that. And then output on the other side here. Actually, you might get a lot more stone per cycle than expected. I might have to do something with blues here, but... no, that's going to be fine. Okay, excellent. At this point here, I might want to go and do something, but we're probably just putting this in a box. Well, I do. I want a box, and it's going to be a provider chest. And you are, in fact, going to fast grab that way. But then we will actually put you on another little thing over here. Because we have steel. What do I need for steel furnaces? Yeah, just steel plates and stone bricks. And we don't need like a ridiculous amount being produced. I mean, at some point, maybe. Let's do that just to be sure. Just to be a little safer. I could have these guys merge up and use the same path. Yeah, what the heck, because that is only ever going to go on the one side, so that's going to be fine. So let's do that. That's going to be okay. Oops. That is pretty full, and I think I'm just going to go and put you here. Ghost image. Oh, no, you'll get built. Aha, no, I got you in time. Excellent. We're going to put in a provider chest, and we are going to rebuild these so they're not actually touching the line, because that ruins everything. And boom, 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 boom. I suspect the production times are actually not fast enough to justify that. The blues there. Let's see, we want steel furnaces. Yeah, 3 seconds. I mean, the blues to grab are good, because you actually do have to grab a fair number of things, but you can just use the yellows over here. In fact, you have to grab so much. I think I'm going to double up on the inputs here. It might be the occasional idleness, but it is really only going to be occasional. I'm going to have you up to 200, because if we do decide to like plop down a huge area, we might want a bunch of them done. I don't know. I'm going to not grab some of those because I'm apparently full of things. Let's go and drop some of these. I'm going to pick these up, and I'm going to use this right away, right here, to accelerate this block production. Because we are definitely not saturating everything to 100%. There's going to be a backlog here. So I will split the production, and then I will upgrade this one to a stack inserter. Just so that the grabbing's not the bottleneck here. There we go. We'll do that. It's going to be fine. I could also have things pull off instead. No, this is going to be okay. Man, the demand is pretty good. But that's okay. It's okay this is partially starved, because our production rate's going to be really fast for what we need. It's in the network, so it's going to be applied to some actual construction over here. The number of objects missing is going up. Why would that happen? Is it recalculating things? Yeah, it's fluctuating up and down, which is a little bit bizarre. Here, I'm going to dump some lamps in here so that it's in the logistics network. And so we got that. Okay, I got to put a cut in here. And I've never went and actually made automatic blue inserter production. We should probably get, that's one of the things I want to do, is I want to set up a proper both belt production that's actually a lot like sexier and more organized, as well as proper inserter production for our automated stuff going on here. Green stuff, I mean, we're still short on the green stuff, but it's starting to move. That's really all we can ask for. Nothing's actually backlogged over here. Everything is definitely flowing to the max as well as it can, filling up everything over here. I'm betting a second train is 100% justified. 100% justified. We'll get you. Do we actually have... There we go. 2 train cars. 1, 2. Oops. It looked... Okay, no, they're still holding on to them. Get you going on there. I don't remember if you're getting fuel on either side. Do I have some wood in my trash pile? I don't. Okay, well, let me set up your job here. You're doing copper ore pickup until full, then copper ore drop off until empty. You will be put on automatic, but you need to get some fuel. I don't remember. Hold on. The other side of this, copper ore drop off. Okay, you will get fuel there. So I just need to make sure you can make one trip. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cancel the auto-trashing of wood. And I'm just going to rip up some trees over here. And feed that in there. You know what? Finish nuclear power. That's going to be okay. Do this. And then you make sure you get enough in there. In terms of signals, I don't remember if we set any up over here. So let me go and do that just to make sure that we're okay. I can actually put a signal right here so you don't jam that intersection. And a signal right on your exit. Okay. Bots, get onto me more trees. Okay, that's probably tons of wood, actually. Doom, doom. There we go. And then you'll get your coal on the other side. I think that's going to be all right. Vroom. Go. Because especially as we finish the second side of our coal smelting, like, we're probably going to want a third or a fourth train. Well, actually, if we're going to do anything, what we'll probably end up doing is just finding ourselves another coal mine. Or, sorry, copper mine somewhere else. We can start feeding off of this, actually. It's 1.3. I mean, it's not the largest. There's already below 1 million here. It's not the largest, and we're going to have to, like, do some filtering on the edge, which is a little bit annoying. This is actually close to 4 million. Although we have to pop a huge base over there to do that. Anyway, we don't have the automated posts over here, so there's going to be legitimate complaints about that. There's our car, by the way. But who needs a car anymore? Are you guys shy on storage chest? Is what I'm wondering here. Because I'm still putting a lot of demand on just storage, because we still don't have the requester chests, so I'm a little concerned. Yeah, I think there was a little wine over here, and I think it was that. I think our storage system was 100% full. I should make sure to scatter some more of these little storage chests everywhere. Once we get requester chests going, it's gonna be okay. This is all stuff that I end up dumping from my inventory to like make room. It's all being stored in storage chests, and a lot of it is actually really good, and a lot of it is intermediate products that are never going to be used for for placing objects. Like all these iron plates, I'm going to want a requester chest later on to take care of that. So okay, it loads almost at the right speed. Almost at the right speed to load both trains right back to back. There's a little bit of waiting, but it's very minuscule. So I'm actually okay with that. Basically, as far as I can tell at a glance, we are fully saturating the 2 trains. We really couldn't do a 3rd train over here after all. And actually, we're going to start to be limited by our mining speed. Or rather, it's our electrical speed that's slowing ourselves down here. Hang on a second. We need more per. We need more per. Where's our actual power generation? It's like a lake somewhere. I should put a pin. Can I destroy some of these overlays? There we go. Oh, okay, there, right here. So let's put a map pin here. Power. And oh, and here too. Right. Power, which is I think where we're going to build the next one. Let's go ahead and use some of our remote capabilities over here to get this started. First of all, I'm going to need a radar. Do I have a radar on my person? No, I do not. Let's build a couple. Also, where's our logistics network? It doesn't actually reach out there, so that's the next thing we're going to want to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Shift click. And shift click. Shift click. Okay, so we actually have some of these in our logistics network, so some of that should get built. The radar... Oh, then the radar now, which I have on me. I'm going to go ahead and ask for a radar to be put down right there. I'm still going to have to walk down there and put in some work, but that's okay. Especially since we don't actually produce things. I have no steam engines. I'm going to want 40. So there's 25. I happen to be near, over here, some iron plates, so I'm going to pick those up. And go, right, pick you up, and then go 3 more of those. 3 more stacks of 5, so that's going to bring us to 40. Boilers, I still have 6 on me because I made way too many one time, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which will bring us to 10. Right click, that will bring us to 20, which is what we need for that ratio. I'm going to go ahead and then create a bunch more pipes so that we have them kicking around. I'm good on power. I can make... Oops. I don't care about that. Laser turret damage. We're going to get 1 more power pole. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 right clicks of the medium poles to make sure we've got that. And material-wise, we're doing okay. I did at some point build 2 pumps, which I want to use to optimize our work over at the oil production, but we clearly have other priorities that we've got to deal with right now first. But hey, at least we've got copper starting to flow again. We'll do a double check of all of our... Wow, I got to put a cut in this. 2 episodes long. We're going to have to go and put a... or check out to make sure that all the green circuits, everything's being delivered properly again from all those bottlenecks. I can actually say, you guys can deconstruct these rails over here. That was our old steel line, which does not function anymore. That's actually out of range of our logistics network, so I'm going to go right here. And there. And there to extend that. I'm going to go here. I know we're not like keeping the block pattern up, but that's okay. We're going to put you here. I'm going to run you this way to actually connect to that other line. And also down here. It's going to give us a little bit more redundancy in our power network rather than have one thing get smashed that destroys, that cuts off all our power everywhere, which is always a little bit annoying. And yeah, you have no logistics down here at all, which is actually fine, although it's nice for the auto repair. So there you go. That's sort of like maximum stretch over here. Get you there. Keep working you down this way. or I'm going to go over this way. We'll probably have to move some stuff for the, move these lines here for the power. But that's okay. All right, put you down there. All right, so we're going to put a cut. I'm going to go ahead and make ourselves a new power array here because we are definitely shy. Or are we? We don't have like a weird break in our network somewhere, do we? Can I like click on power over here? You're fine. I don't have radar coverage over this new area. I'm wondering if one of these poles I put down just solved some sort of issue. That would be interesting and slightly annoying that it turns out that I had something disconnected. I'm still going to go ahead and do the power down because I've got the parts and what the hell, right? Future-proof it. It's going to be okay. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.